Hi, I'm Mark Bannon. Welcome to my video blog. Today's going to be a special day, going on a hike. I'm about 1 mile into a hike that will hopefully be about 12 miles. We're going to head up over this hill straight ahead through the rock ledges, go over the top, down the other side, and come way around on these different hills. But what I'm going to do today, because it's such an incredible day, is I'm going to actually break up the talk into 3 or 4 segments, just so I can show you some of this incredible place in my backyard here in Colorado. So as we get further along, I'll come back at you and we'll discuss discipline and perseverance. We started at about 6,000 feet, and ultimately we are heading up there, which is about 7,200 feet above sea level. We just came up one of the most difficult parts of the trail right here. It's basically kind of a vertical climb. It's one of my favorite trails because it's remote. And as you can see, looking ahead, there are no footsteps in the snow in front of me. So it's quite serene. We are at about 7,100 feet on our hike today. And we're at the top of one of the first peaks. We have several other peaks to go before we get there. Probably at about 3 miles and looking to get about another 8 miles in today. But in any case, we were talking about discipline versus perseverance. And discipline is attached to pain, it's attached to punishment, it's attached to fighting real hard to get through something or to get to something. Whereas perseverance involves a persistency in spite of difficulties, because we have an aspiration or an ambition for that which we are heading towards. So the key to going into life and facing hardships is, for me, it was making sure I was on a path of my higher ambitions. And so for me, the path of my higher ambitions was tied into faith. So I took a deeper dive into faith. I listened to that inner voice. We all have a special reason why we're here. We all have a special gift. We all have something to offer this world. And there's a reason we were created, a reason we're here. And when we tap into that, when we get out of the noise of the world and tap into that, we find out we have these new ambitions, and they enlighten us, they drive us, they inspire us. And when that happens, we have perseverance because we know where we're headed. We can feel it. And so it doesn't mean that we won't have more peaks to climb, because like with today's hike, we're going to climb a few more peaks. There's going to be some valleys that we're going to have to go through in order to get to those peaks. There'll be some ledges, some slipping, some sliding, but ultimately I enjoy the journey now much more because I'm not so disciplined to get to away from something or to some destination. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. I may come back to you at the end to finalize it, but just give that some thought today. Perseverance ties into faith. Faith ties into the reason we were created in the first place. And when you tap into that, you can persevere through anything. Okay, just checking in. We are now at 4 miles and we're on a new peak. So this is the view from this peak. And I don't know if you can see it, but right down there are 5 mule deer off on that hill right there. Anyway, I'll be back at you at the next mile marker. Enjoy the hike. By the way, when you're hiking like this, make sure you get plenty of water. So if you're watching, grab a bottle of water. At these altitudes, you need to stay in the fluids. Okay, we are at mile number 5. We've gone over 3 peaks, and this is the view from here. And if my phone is correct, my app is correct, we've gone 5 miles, 15,397 steps, and 61 floors. Okay, we are at mile 7, and this is going to be my final check-in for the day. I omitted one of the loops So I cut it down to, I guess it'll end up being about 8 miles when I'm done. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed the message and the hike. And if you like these messages, I'd really appreciate it if you would sign up for my email list. And you can do so by visiting my website at markabannon.com. You can sign up there, or you can just text the word CAVE, C-A-V-E, to 44144. I'd really appreciate it if you'd sign up. And I send a weekly video blog and a few other cool things from time to time. Nothing crazy. But anyway, have a great day. Thanks for joining me today. And